First, some promising news, and it's something that I thought I'd bring you tonight to start off on a different level if we can. It's good news, not necessarily great news. One of the stories I've been pursuing over this Christmas summer break has been the case of a Chinese company who's been given a rails run by government and local council to mine for water in drought-stricken rural Queensland. Now, back in 2011, some bureaucrats in the Natural Resources Department granted Royal Duke Holdings a licence to extract almost 100 million litres of groundwater from an area in the Southern Downs, which is near Warwick. The plan was to mine the water, truck it to the Gold Coast for bottling, and then sell it primarily to China. But it's not about where the water was being sold. It's about the fact that last month, the local council there signed off on the company constructing water mining facilities on that same property so as to commence the extraction of precious water. Now, I spoke with Ben Usher, a local farmer, who, like many of his neighbours, couldn't believe that in one of the worst droughts this country has experienced, all levels of government, state and local government, had just given this company permission to remove water.
You know, things are tough in the bush, really tough at the moment, and I don't know. We really need Scott Morrison to stand up and be a leader. That's what we're really needing.
So, to add insult to injury, the area had just officially run out of water. It is madness. Well, yesterday, the Queensland Premier was in Warwick and conceded that her government would consider calling in the development application. In other words, stopping it. Anastasia Palaszczuk told local media that she didn't think it was appropriate for the company to bottle water during the drought. You reckon, Premier? She confirmed that she discussed the matter with her Natural Resources Minister, which sounds great, but that won't happen immediately because the Natural Resources Minister is still on holidays. It's almost February. But anyway, the Chinese owners have also now stated that they would not bottle water during the drought. They're feeling the heat too. So it's a big development which hopefully might stop any damage being done to the aquifer and may even lead to farmers being able to extract more from groundwater as well. We'll keep our fingers crossed. The process of carting all your water is a very expensive one, as hundreds of thousands of farmers across Australia know firsthand at the moment. So we'll keep you up to speed on that. Meanwhile, I've got a bone to pick with the Canberra Press Gallery. It seems as if most of them are absolutely infatuated with the moral dilemma of our generation, climate change, and their mission is to keep pressuring the Prime Minister into further reducing our CO2 emissions. They're almost behaving like activists. Now, I thought the journalistic charter was about remaining unbiased. Apparently not. But yesterday, at the press conference featuring the Prime Minister, the Treasurer and the Workplace Minister and two business representatives, the gallery lost the plot. This was supposed to be an announcement about giving small business access to up to $500,000 in assistance following the bushfires. It was a bit complicated. There were avenues to follow so you could get access to some of the money, and plenty of questions needed to be asked. But 99% of the questions from the press concerned climate change, zero emission targets for 2050, the reduction of carbon into the future, and whether the government was split on their climate policy. Well, the PM battered back the answers until Peter Strong, the CEO of the Council of Small Business, had clearly had enough. He grabbed the podium and gave them a bit of a reality check.
Remember that people out there, hundreds of thousands of people out there that need to benefit from these packages. So out there, they won't care about these things. They may when they come out of the crisis they're in, but we've got to get to them with all the support. We've got to get to them with the information, with the mental health support, so important, and this is going to continue for some time. So I think it's good to focus on big picture issues, but it's what the people out there are focusing on is their lives at this moment. Thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you.
Another classic example of the Canberra press bubble self-diverting from what really matters to the people they're supposed to service. The small businesses who've been hurt deeply by natural disasters are not pondering the politics of climate change right now, nor do they think too much about whether the fires were the result of the planet warming by 1 degree over the past 50 years. They want to survive. They want access to assistance. They want to serve people and make money and put food on the table. Peter Strong was far too polite. What he should have said was, listen here, you punks, stop navel-gazing, think about the emergency at hand, and how about these ordinary Aussies who are just trying to keep afloat are given the information they need? Well done, anyway, to Peter Strong. If only our politicians had the same kind of guts.